Hey YouTube, well it came in the mail. DNA 200 chip, got it from PROTOVAPOR 2 days ago, put it into a little clear Hammond 1591 acrylic box so I could see what's going on inside before I put it into a billet aluminum box. Just going to put on a little aluminum plate into the PCB holders and use some buttons from another one of my box mods just so I can use the onboard buttons. Works pretty good. Got a 1000 mAh zippy 35C battery, so good for 35 amps. I ordered a max amps 1300 100C battery just to be safe. Hasn't come yet. I'm just using an XT60 connector, but I ordered some XT30s because that one's kind of big. But works pretty good. You'll notice that there's no screen on this one. That's because the chip that I got, the screen didn't light up. I don't know whether it was the connector on the board or the screen itself, but I sent PROTOVAPOR an email at midnight my time, and they responded immediately and said, we're shipping you out a all new board and a new screen. You figure out which one doesn't work, send back the broken one, and keep the one that works. And I got the shipping label from them the next morning. Should be here on Monday, which is a fantastic customer service, protovapes.com. Without the screen, I really couldn't adjust anything, tell if it was on, if it was reading the atomizer or anything. So I downloaded the eScribe software, which connects via the USB, and immediately had a firmware upgrade for the board and a upgrade for the software from the one you download. So let me shrink this down and we'll look at this. I've got it logged into the eScribe software now, connected. And you notice you can change the settings over here. 70 watts, I've got it at 490. Nickel 200, it reads it. You can change those settings and you hit upload settings here and it uploads it. I'm not going to do that because it takes a second. But it's got some funky options here. You can change profiles for every different coil. Sure, there'll be videos all over the place about that. I'm not going to do that. You can set your preheat punch to soft or hard. It's like 1 to 11. I've got it at 8. 200 watt preheat power for up maximum time of a second. It doesn't really need that. It comes up really fast. But since I don't have the screen, I figured out I can come in here and I can just do a capture. See, it's asleep now, so it's black. But if I give it a hit and then capture it, I'm at 69.9. So let's go up on the board because I hit the button. Okay, so now you see where it's 70 watts, 490 degrees, 0.16 ohms on this coil. So that's pretty cool, and you can change all of these screens by loading whatever you want. You just go into Paint, make a 128 by 32 pixel screen, make it black, put white font, and type across whatever you want, save it as a JPEG, and you can just load it up from these buttons here and put whatever you want in there. It's really neat. Probably change every single one of them. Once I have the screen, I want to see what they look like on the screen. One of the cool things it has is this device monitor. You load this up and it does a real-time running graph of what the chip is seeing. So you can, you got pack voltage here, power set. I'm going to temperature and temperature set. So now it comes across as what it's just reading now. I got it set at 490. It's got 12.3 volt, 38 volts on the battery, and 70 watts. So let's take a vape. Vape's fantastic. I've got my Silo Beast with the Atlantis nickel coils, the V2 coils in nickel, bigger juice wells, more airflow. Vape's really, really nice. But you can see when you take a vape, you can play with all these settings and change what you want to see, but you can watch the sag on the voltage, you can watch your amperage, your wattage drop down, you can set your current as well and watch the amperage drop down. See, everything lines up. You start out with high watts and high amps over here, and then it drops down to maintain the temperature up here at 490. Levels right out. It's really cool. This thing has a lot of great features. I haven't played with all of them yet, just putzing around. I figured I'd put a quick video up. I haven't seen one online yet, just people showing the betas and stuff like that. But check out this chip. It's great so far.